Awardee for the professionalization and mentorship. I would like to introduce who are indigenous community and what does indigeneity means and how does it relate to the traditional knowledge system and what is the need of reconstructing the knowledge system. After introducing my objectives and the methodological framework that I have used, I would like to introduce the community that I'm studying, that is the Tamang of West Bengal. And I would like to introduce their indigenous practitioners, their roles, responsibilities in contributing the knowledge system for utilization of their self-development. And I have explored the tourism and other alternative practices where they have utilized in order to make a sustainable community development framework. So we have a basic idea about the indigenous community so far, but just to, as there are a lot of definitions by the various organizations in United Nations, International Labour Organization and World Bank. However, if I just briefly conclude with the few characteristics that these communities have, that is, they are the group of people who are composed of the existing descendants of the people who have inhabited in a particular territory of a country, partly or fully before the arrival of the other ethnic groups into that particular land. So they have their own distinct knowledge, which they have preserved via their ancestors. And that might be precisely because of their, socio and biological isolation from that of the other community members. So the term indigenous community is all about the connection between the people and their place. That is why they are also called as the people of their land. So how does indigeneity comes into this idea? Indigeneity is the notion of understanding the way of being, living, and doing of the indigenous communities. So it has a lot of historical continuity with the pre-colonial society because it has been seen. We have a lot of case studies which we know that there are a lot of cases of cultural erosion, genocide, and forced acculturation among the tribal and so-called indigenous communities. So the indigeneity can be taken as an idea of utilizing the knowledge of the land and the knowledge of the people with their traditions, with their age-old practices, through which they can revitalize their ethnic identity, through which they can, they use as a tool to relocate the traditional knowledge, and they know how to percolate these knowledge to the next generation for the betterment of a particular community. However, we know that there are a lot of potential factors involving in degradation of traditional knowledge system, like loss of the surrounding ecological resources and the inability of those resources to come into the former state of existence. There are a lot of anthropogenic activities which is actually pushing and pulling these communities to lose their traditional identities and practices, which once might have been surrounded in a particular socio-cultural institution. And also the assimilation of these communities in the market economy with the other cultures, with the other dominated people over the lands, has made them suppressed to show up what they know and their own indigeneity in a sense. So there is how I got to know this understanding that why this is a need of reconstructing the knowledge system, and what is the need to preserve and document the knowledge system for these communities. And the three main reasons that I would like to portray is that because of their representation of their cultural identity and social integrity, so that they can develop themselves through their imperative, valuable, and rationalization utilization of their ways of being. Secondly, this particular idea can also, also contribute to the sustainable management and preservation of the surrounding resources, ecological, social, and so on and so forth. These resources can be, can be preserved under the guidance of these traditional societies, because they are the custodians of it. And thirdly, it will help to resolve the negative consequences like the loss of traditional continuity, acculturation, transitioning identity, assimilation, and so on and so forth. So my objectives of this study was to understand the importance and role of indigenous practitioners in terms of identifying and how they are promoting their knowledge to the community members. Secondly, to understand and identify the different ways of preserving their knowledge system. And here, tourism played a great role in this particular community. And in order to, the third objective is to draw a sustainable community development framework, where I have tried to make a participatory model of sustainability which can be indigenized. So my methodology includes, of course, the anthropological study, ethnographic fieldwork I have carried out. Participant observation was the foremost tool. I have collected household census from 357 households, and which carries the population of 1,298. Because the community members were not able to find in a confined or isolated hamlet or village, I had to go to 10 villages to to identify these households who are living in a multi-ethnic pattern, or multi-ethnic people surrounded by. So to introduce this particular community, I would like to say that the Tamang are, the term Tamang has been derived from the word Tam. So Ta means in Tibetan means horse, and the Mak, or the pronunciation of Mang, means the trader. So they are thought to be once in a time, they are thought to be the cavaliers or the warriors of the Tibet king of Shokmen Gompo. However, in another interpretation of their terminology of Tam, it is being placed that they are the Tam means root. So that is how they interpret themselves, as their people, the root of their land. They interpret in this way. So presently, they can be seen. This particular community can be seen in the mountainous region of Nepal, in the adjoining hilly regions of India, Myanmar, southern foothills of Bhutan, Tibet, and specifically the study area which I have done, that is the West Bengal. They are majorly found in the Darjeeling, Jalpaiguri, and Kalimpong districts. So they have 30 exogenous Thar divided. Thar means clan, divided into such totemic clans, clan compositions, and they have several sub-clans based on their 6 endogenous Kiput. Kiput is the land of their origin. However, they have their own script, that is the Tamhik script, and the majority of them follows Buddhism. However, they still practice Bonism, animism, and the ancestor worship, which they called as Khepa Song, ancestor worship, and the animism practices. So this particular community is very much, participated in such a way to form their own organizational rules, to maintain social discipline through various institutionalized factors. Like they have 3 main institutions. One is Glay Team, which is their political organization. The second is Me Team, that is the social organization. And third is the Chui Team, that is the religious organization. So if I just briefly talk about who are the indigenous practitioners, so here are several ones. So the first comes Manpa. So Manpa are the medicine man who are the most experienced people about the nature-human relationship. So they are being taken as the treaters of any kind of diseases that is prevalent in the community. However, over the period of time, these people are now reducing in the community status, but still they have a preservation. And that is the need where I found that these particular indigenous practitioners have been trying themselves, not only they, but also the community members are trying to, to pull out the age-old traditions, to pull out the status of those practitioners and the value of them in this particular community. So after Manpa, I have seen the Bonbo. Bonbo are the shamans. So they are the magical practitioners among these particular community. Apart from that, there is Tamba. Tamba are the ones, they had a great role in this community because they were thought to be the commander and they were thought to be the reliable one, which they called as the leader. And if I go presently, so they are now associated as the experienced about the Tamang history. So that is the Tamang historian. They are the Tamba. There is a Lama or Yapta. So Lama is the community priest, and suppose there are 10 Lamas. So there will be one.
Lipika Nath.
In different ways, that is the community art.
Lipika? So,
what happened? Hello? Who are the president, agent member, and secretary of their social organizations. So these are the various sectors along with the tourism, which I have seen that they have utilized their knowledge
Lipika?
system. Yes, sir.
You have to start wrapping it up, please.
Okay. Just give me 2 minutes. I need to just recapitulate. Thank you. So these are the various sectors, including utilization of their ecological knowledge, their knowledge of folk traditions, religious traditions, habitational knowledge, and everything. Okay, so I will go, no problem. Just to confirm these particular, framework that I have tried to make. That is, if we are trying to understand the importance, and we are really able to make the preservance of that knowledge system, we really need to make some kind of framework through which a community can replicate, and they can use their knowledge for their own development. So here, identifying the knowledge resource, documentation and relocations of those knowledges, utilization for the economic growth, plan and proper implementations, avoiding the exogenous manipulations, recreating traditionality under the coverance of the modern attractions, in building interest, and last but not the least, a proper way of percolation of the knowledge system is a cyclic process that a community is highly needed to practice in order to continue their self-development using their knowledge system. So this is all from me, and my sincere thanks to all my participants and of course my supervisor and advisory committee. And these are some of the photos that I have clicked in the field. So thank you so much. If you have any query, please reach me at this contact. Thank you so much.
Lipika, it was quite good. So the slides that you have prepared with great meticulous care was much appreciated. So we could not give you enough time, sorry. So thank you very much.